Hey guys, it's me in the future. Here's a little spoiler alert. This is what it's going to look like at the end of the video.
Hello guys, welcome to another David Zamolata. My name is Serge, and in today's video we're looking at this area right here. So I wasn't sure how exactly I wanted to go about it because I've never actually blended paint before, okay? And this is the area that I really need to get fixed. The hood is aluminum. This is slightly bent. I don't know if you could see that. So because of that bend, it caused a crease over here in the metal. Very tiny crease, but enough to crack the paint around it. So I actually need to fix all of those paint chips. I will be repainting this fender, and I was wondering, what is the best way to really go about it? Should I like just work in this little area? Should I work in the area right here where the line is? And then you know what? It dawned on me. Good thing I had a good night of sleep and I'm actually able to reverse my decision. So instead, this is what I'm thinking about doing. I think it's going to be a lot easier to blend this if I just follow this line all the way over here. So just go ahead and resand and repaint this whole area right here up until that crease, or maybe one below it. Not really sure which one I'm gonna go with at first, but it does seem to me that this crease up top would be a lot easier to notice if I don't blend it correctly, yet this crease right here will be harder to notice. And maybe I could possibly buff it out. So let me know what you would have done. Maybe you're pro and you're able to just blend this right here, this little area, and just not touch this whole thing. Maybe that would work for you. Despite you telling me stuff in the comment section, I'm still going to do things how I'm going to be doing it because I'm going to be shooting this video today, obviously. What I have decided to do is either basically sand everything down from that crease right there, because that's sort of like the hood line right there. It might be easier to tell, right, that it's there, but it's not gonna really catch your eye. I think right here where it bends, even though it seems like it would be a lot easier to blend it, I think it's gonna be a lot more noticeable because it sort of like dips down over here and this is more like a line. I think it's a lot easier to blend it right here. As a matter of fact, like when I'm looking at it, like I'm seeing a line. I mean, I'm seeing two lines here, but that's a more profound line right here. So I'm actually thinking that I should just go ahead and actually remove this tape right here. Just remove it, and basically I'm just gonna try to put it over here underneath like that, and remove this. Just put it here underneath, because I will be taping all of this stuff off. Might as well just use this tape for that. But basically, I'm just gonna make this video a little bit separate from the rest of it because of how I feel about this job. Like, I'm not an expert on it, and I much rather get somebody to, give me, like some proper advice, maybe like for the future, because this is not the first or the last. I mean, this is the first, but it's not the last time when I'm actually going to do something like that. Now, I do need to lift up the hood a little bit. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and actually lift this hood up. Part of the reason I need to lift this hood up because I got this tape on it, which would prevent me from sanding it. I'm just gonna reuse some of this tape since I'm gonna be painting over here. Okay, let's gonna set this thing down now. Okay, so Well, actually, I'll just close it. So I do have some tape at the bottom there. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more over here. That's so the overspray is not gonna happen there. So we're not gonna paint it just yet, but that's just kind of like what I'm doing to get it ready. Now this tape I'm just gonna put over here for now. So let's see if you could see what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, I actually think this will be a good decision for me to repaint it over here. I could already tell that the way this line is going, like it's so hard to even for me to see it properly. So what do you think about that, guys? I do think this is going to be a lot harder to notice just because where it creases right there. I know I mentioned that before, but maybe this is a little bit more noticeable. Not really sure how to really bend this out. You know, do I need any special tools, or I could just simply pull it out with using my fingers. Let's see. And I want to focus by applying pressure here because I don't want to bend the whole hood up. It's more straighter, but like I don't want to use something that's heavy duty because I don't want to like damage it further. But there's paint chip right there, there's a scrape right there, there's all of this stuff going on here. I mean, it's really close. That's almost not noticeable, almost, but I could still tell there's a crease. So I got this here and some pliers, and I'm just wondering whether this will be a good technique. It certainly seems like it. So instead of damaging the car, I'm just doing it up against plastic. Oh shit. This worked too well. And now I have a bent hood right there. Oh man. Wow. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is this was not noticeable when I had this over here. Just wasn't noticeable. So unfortunately, that's a dent right there. That's a dent. So now I'm gonna actually have to apply some Bondo and stuff to that area. At least it's looking a little bit more straight. This is going to be easy to fix, just a little tiny puddle of Bondo, and I will be mixing it up. So it's a good thing I actually started doing this now, because when you fix stuff like this, you just don't know how is it going to go. And now I'm just gonna basically tap it in with the hammer. I know somebody's out there probably cringing. All right, now let's sand it and see what that looks like. So let me show you a closer look. So you could see now that this is pretty much straight. We do have like a little dimple right here in this area, but that is fine. So a little Bondo will straighten this thing right out. And once I paint this whole thing right here along together with the fender, I think actually it's going to provide a pretty nice blend. At least I hope so. But you know, when the hood is bent here, there's only so much that you could do. Sure, there could have been an easier way to do it. Excuse me, a better way to do it. It's not gonna be easier. I don't have those special tools. I did have some pliers, and I said I don't really want to apply some force to it, which I end up using it, thinking that that piece of plastic would, you know, prevent any damage from happening. And it did work. It did straighten out. It's just, you know, caused a little dent over here. Not sure what I was expecting. Wasn't sure if it's possible to just get that metal straight. Probably maybe giving it some taps from the bottom maybe could have been a better idea. I don't know, but this remains to be seen. But anytime you end up doing something like this, there's always challenges and learning experiences with that, and this is no different. But I know one thing is this was not a lot of work that I just did. All I need to do is scuff this area some more, apply some Bondo to it, let it dry, and then just, you know, keep it going, you know. So that is that. So now I'm actually going to tape off this area just for the Bondo purposes of it. So I don't want to get nothing on this fender. It does need to get sanded and stuff, but I just think that it would be best to protect it at this current stage. So that was a 320 that I was using, and this is a 220. I'm just gonna use this by hand. I actually have a way of doing it. So I'm going to use this, which is a pad like extender. So let's see if this works. I just want to be able to get it in the tiny crevices. Wow, they caught this thing exactly. Okay, so thinking about doing this here. So anyways, guys, maybe you cringed, maybe you did not, but this is looking a lot better than what it was. Now we do have a low spot in this area right here, and at this point I'm not sure if it's a low spot or this is just high spots. Okay, for me to find out, I need to drop the hood, and we'll see together. It does feel like that's a high spot, so for now, just kind of remove this tape here. That way I could actually see what I'm working with. It does seem like now that the hood is closed, that this is slightly higher. So I think I could actually work that in and fix that. Now, this is definitely not noticeable. You know, I mean, look at it, and let me give you a closer up. So let's take a look at it from here. You see, like, that's definitely sticking up. So you could see it from that angle. Over here, you can't. Definitely, I could shave it down some more, and you could clearly see there's a black line on the hood that's going, and that's just going down. So I wanted to make sure I have enough Bondo that I actually have something to shave off. So I think at this point, I'm just gonna start shaving it off. I'm gonna raise it up some more. And once this high spot disappears, I will then check it again and keep going, and we'll get back to that. But I did, you know, bend the hood some. It's a possibility that I maybe bent it too far, but I don't think so. I actually had it perfect, and we just had like a little dimple here. I applied, you know, extra Bondo, like, and actually I applied like 3 different layers, just so that I could like work everything out once it comes to sanding down. So by the way, by no means I'm an expert, okay, but I did take a scholastics class for 4 years in high school, and I actually was really good with scholastics. So that means sculpting stuff out of clay. I was very good at it. I didn't just build some, like a little pot. I built very intricate animals with teeth and hair, and I didn't scrape it on. I literally placed every single hair. So I have a really good eye when it comes to design, or when it comes to like stuff like this. So I know what I need to do to get that right. By the way, guys, this is what I've used to shave down the Bondo. So I used the 60, then I moved up to 220, 320, and then straight up to 600. It's quite a jump, but that's the results you're seeing is with this. So when it was first kind of rough, 60, got better, 220, keep getting better, 320, much better, 600. So it's working out so far. Good thing I looked, because I wasn't recording. I had it on time lapse, which you would really not notice anything anyways. But I started with a 60, keep moving down, and now you could see that this is disappearing, and I only worked it for about 20 seconds. So let's keep going. This guy kind of goes fast. It does look like there's still quite a bit of Bondo here, but remember this stuff is bent over here, so let's see how much it has worked in. Okay, let's take a look at what we got. I know that's looking a whole lot better. Can I get it looking even nicer? Yes, I can. Unfortunately, I'm noticing like a little crack right here. That kind of sucks, you know, but at this point I'm not gonna be worrying myself with it too much. I will, however, fix this. I'm just gonna add like a little Bondo there and just shave it in and just kind of make sure that kind of glues things together while things are still fresh. But currently I'm just concerned with this angle here. Just wanna, well, I'm not concerned, I'm just working this angle. I think it's looking like really good. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna remove this box, drop it down, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, let's observe up close what it looks like. It does feel really good when going over with my hand. I do feel it's slightly raised, but like to the point where it's not noticeable. Even if you look at it from this angle here, that is like not noticeable. Like, I mean, well, this fender is actually more raised than this hood itself. Like my fingers crashing into it, and that's factory. Like this is a bigger jump than what that stuff is. Like, let me see if I could somewhat straighten this, you know. Okay, but anyways, so I could live with that. So what's next is I'm gonna mix up just a tiny bit of Bondo, and first I'm gonna blow it out, and I'm gonna add some Bondo on the inside, just a really tiny amount. Okay, I have more than a tiny amount, but I will use a tiny amount in this area, and then I have a rest card that I have Bondoed. I will add it in some spots where I think, you know, Bondo's needed. So we're mixing it up over here. So this is actually a fresh Bondo. Prior to this, I used leftovers, and they were not as smooth. This is nice and smooth, so it's perfect for covering up any imperfections. So that's actually good. I'll let that dry. All right, so I have 600 grit paper applied. I did actually cover up that hole. I think it's like not visible. Well, more like crack, not a hole. So what do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Did I do it good or not good enough? So anyways, time for us to just get some rattle can primer and see if we could just cover up this metal here. Just spray it. So I did apply one coat of primer. It's actually primer plus paint. I did not have any other choice but that, but the good thing is it's a very high quality stuff, which is this right here, 2X Ultra Cover paint plus primer. So technically this will work. A lot of the stuff that I have primers, some of these bottle, the spray nozzle itself or whatever, it has stuffed up and none of it's coming out of the bottle. So I guess that's for another day. But I have 2K primer. But for this little jobs, I do not feel like really mixing a 2K primer and hitting it the proper way. It's just way more cleanup for the gun and everything than it's really worth. So just rattle cannon it will do the trick. But anyways, let's keep. So let's hit another coat on this side. So we're gonna take a look at all of the spots that I have primed. So this one came out to be looking pretty good. I really like that. So anyways guys, I'm done with the front hood. Now it's time for me to finish up the quarter panel and any other imperfections. So right now I'm just showing you some highlights of next video to come. It's also gonna have sort of like show and tell type of moments. I'm not sure if that's important, but I do have it. I like to explain things, kind of like stuff that's happening. I will tell you one thing. It's churning out a lot better than I thought, and things are moving along a lot smoothly. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys will enjoy it and enjoy this video series, this projects that I'm doing. So if you're not a subscriber yet, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And then of course hit a like on this video for my efforts. If you have anything to say, please say it in the comments below. Like I said before, I am not an expert, but I'm 42 years old, so I've been doing this here and there. But I'm basically somebody that just bought a case of Bondo a long time ago, just opened it up, and then basically just went to work with it. So it's a trial and error type of thing. This is not rocket science. It's pretty easy. I'm sure my son could do it if he tried. But to do a really good job, it takes a lot of skill and effort, and there's plenty of you guys out there. I'm sure you guys could do it way better than I can. So feel free to give me some friendly criticism in the comment section below. But I will try to do my best to make sure that this job is very clean and it's going to be very enjoyable for myself, and then once I sell it for years to come for the new owner. I will be using this car myself, and then I'm also going to have it for sale, but I already know that it's going to be difficult to sell for the amount of money that I want. If I sell it for the going rate, I'm basically breaking even. It's kind of like I bought a car, did it for fun, and then that is it. But this is why I'm making it look as nice as possible so that I can enjoy it, and then I am not tempted to sell it right away just to get my money out of it. Instead, I will just drive it for Lyft, drive it not for Uber, because Uber will not accept the 2005. But I was able to add this car on Lyft, so I will put a little miles on it while I'm selling it, and then if an offer comes in and I'm happy with it, I will then sell it for that price. I'm leaning towards trying to sell this car for $7,000. It does have 102,000 miles on it. I think that's a fair price. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to really enjoy this car. This was my dream car back in 2005 when it first came out. So I will be happy to drive it, and I will be even happier that it's going to look very modern. It's going to look very clean and very nice on the outside. And on that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Bye bye.